Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
You're invited to pause and feel connected. Let's practice by taking a deep breath in and an exhale out, and start to notice the space around you. What can you see that is a reminder of your connection with others? Maybe it's a drawing created by a child, a music playlist put together with a friend, a beloved pet basking in the sun. If we look closely, there's evidence of our connection to others all around us.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be Elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
It is said that the eyes are the window to the soul. There are those who believe you can learn a lot about a person by looking into their eyes. And any good driver's ed coach will tell you, always keep your eyes moving when the car is in motion. Keeping our eyes moving is what we will be doing today. Yes, we will watch the action on the field. We will watch the GRBL standings with interest as the playoff picture and the route to the title in October will be determined. And we will also keep our eyes on our small screens and on the weather throughout the day here in Springfield, Missouri, site of this Grip and Rip Baseball League triple header coming to you live and free all day from Metter Park. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance, and we welcome you into what is presently a sunny and warm afternoon here in Springfield, Missouri, with a temperature of 82 degrees. Feels like 84 with the humidity. But what we are watching is the forecast. Scattered showers and a chance for thunderstorms to pop up later this afternoon that may or may not be a factor in the day's proceedings. Coming up today at high noon, we're just 8 minutes away from the Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Branson Showmen. Cooper Keesling for Branson, Brian Sanchez for Ozark, the announced starters on the pitcher's mound for this one. Coming up today at 3 o'clock, the Republic Locos are set to take on the 4-1 Moon City Mavericks in a game likely to determine who will clinch first place in the Grip and Rips North Division and secure a first-round bye for the October playoffs. Then at 6 o'clock tonight, two teams vying for their first victories in September as the winless Springfield Metropolitans take on the 2-3 Nixa Suckers. But both of those clubs with a lot to play for the Mets, it's not necessarily about playoff position so much as it's about just getting one in the win column, playing for bragging rights, respect, and honor. For the Suckers, they are still not mathematically out of it in the GRBL South. And with a run and with a little bit of help, the Fish could still end up with a bye in the playoffs. So we're in week 6 of the Grip and Rip Baseball League's regular season schedule. There are 7 weeks that make up the docket. So we will play this one today, a triple header, Ozark and Branson, Moon City and Republic, Springfield and Nixa, and then next Sunday, September 28th, is the final day of the regular season, and that will be our last triple header presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. So that will be Ozark, Nixa, Republic, Springfield, Branson, Moon City to close us out. In October 5th, the playoffs begin with the Eliminators. It is the bottom 4 teams in the 6-team GRBL going at it for the rights to advance. On October 12th, the winners of the GRBL North and South will play the winners of those elimination games. And then on October 19th, we will crown a champion and head to the final. Some rules of engagement to keep in mind today if, in fact, weather does play a factor. Number 1, what constitutes a complete game in the Grip and Rip Baseball League? You need at least 5 complete innings. So that is the goal that the front office has set out for today, knowing that there is a shot at some rain and some thunderstorms in the forecast. Good thing about that is here at Mark Worley Field, the playing surface is completely artificial, including the batter's boxes and the pitcher's mound. So it tends to drain very quickly. There's a decent crown, certainly not a steep crown, but this surface is crowned enough that water tends to drain pretty quickly. Might be a little bit soggy in foul territory and in the dugouts, but the playing surface, for the most part, is looking very good right now and will have the ability to take on some water as the day and the evening progresses. So 5 innings complete. That is the magic number for all 3 of today's games in this GRBL triple header. The other thing to keep in mind is that in the event that there is a rainout, we effectively wipe the slate of what happens today. So games, there effectively is no makeup for today, is what I'm trying to say. We would go on, we would play week 7 as scheduled next Sunday, September the 28th, and then proceed to the playoffs as planned. The only time from this point forward that the league might opt to do a full makeup in the event of a rainout would be for the postseason. But the goal and the target, the edict from the commissioner's office is that we will start the playoffs October 5th with 2 elimination games as scheduled. So with all that in mind, hey, hopefully I'm just blowing a bunch of smoke and that this is not going to matter. We're going to get a full docket of games in today, 27 unencumbered innings, and we're going to bring you some great baseball. That is what's happening today. Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Branson Showmen. Let's meet today's starting pitchers. It'll be Brian Sanchez, the rookie from Barquisimeto, Lara, Venezuela, right-handed, taking the ball for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. He is from Escuela Dima Acosta de Alvarez, Barquisimeto. Showed up to GRBL tryouts in June without knowing a soul, but he just kept showing up, and he impressed with a fastball that sits mid-80s, a slider at 82, and La Curva, which comes in at about 68 miles per hour. Brian Sanchez on the season, 8 innings pitched. He's allowed 1 earned run, on 8 hits, 11 strikeouts to 2 walks, and a 1.13 ERA. So pretty good numbers for Sanchez in a small sample size. This will be his second GRBL start. We expect him to function in sort of an opener's role for the Quack Pack today. They are shorthanded without pitchers Cole Rourke and without Mason Davis, who separated a shoulder in last week's game. Cole Rourke is dressed today, and he said he could go if he needed to, just with the caveat that his velocity would be about 80%. He's got some trouble going on in his the lower below the elbow on his right throwing arm and some numbness. But Rourke has told his manager Austin Kendrick and has told us at the league that he would go if called upon today. But the game plan for the Mountain Ducks likely to see how far Brian Sanchez can go, get him at least 3 innings, and then yield to Josh Engler, who is a proven ace in this league. On the flip side of that, with the Branson Showmen, they will be without the pitching services of Trey Turner today. And an interesting development, Turner, he is in the lineup and will make the start today at third base for Branson, but he is not expected to pitch today. That is because Trey Turner has begun to attract some attention of professional baseball scouts. He is going to start to baby that arm a little bit, trying to make sure it is tryout ready if and when he can finalize something with one of the teams he has been talking to. We'll just leave it at that. But Trey told the team after a victory last Sunday night that he would likely shut down his pitching for the Showmen, at least for the time being, as he pursues some interests in professional pitching. Now, the former Washington Nationals farmhand, still an infielder, still a potent hitter in this league, and so he will make the start today for Branson at third base. That makes way for left-hander Cooper Keesling to get the start for the Showmen today. He's a mechanic from Conway, Missouri. So far in 2025, 6 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 earned runs on 5 hits, struck out 4, walked 6, and hit 3 batters. He's got a 4.05 ERA. Last time out, Keesling gave up 2 runs against the Republic Locos in 2 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batsman. Prior to that, he had really settled in well, had a couple of scoreless outings, had a 29-pitch outing against the Mountain Ducks, as a matter of fact, back on August 17th. So Showman will look for Keesling to go as deep as he can into this one, then give way to Justin Loudon. They still have King Owens. They still have Jacob Carlson. So in terms of pitching, cupboard is certainly not bare. We just may see a little bit more of an even distribution of innings out of the Branson Showmen today without Trey Turner available to pitch. Let's go ahead and bring you the full starting lineups, but first we'll take a quick look at the weather. 83 degrees right now. It's partly cloudy. Winds are out of the north, gusting as much as 5 miles per hour. The barometer right now, which we will most certainly be keeping an eye on throughout the day, is at 29.97 inches of mercury. That is down 1/100th from where it was about an hour ago, so we're going to keep an eye on the barometer, expecting it to fall as our chances for some precipitation this afternoon increase. Right now we're looking at about 3 o'clock when a 50% chance of about 1/10 of an inch of rain enters the forecast. It did rain here yesterday, not by much, maybe 1/4 of an inch if I'm being generous here at Meadow Park, but I can tell you the field has been sitting in the sun all morning long. It's dried out. They did lay down a little bit of extra sand on the pitcher's mound, particularly in the spot where pitchers will be landing, coming off their delivery today. But playing surface feels good. It's going to be a fast track, and the infielders and outfielders will all get true bounces and true rolls as they have all season long. And we're very grateful to the folks at Drury University Athletics and the Springfield Greene County Park Board for the work they do to keep up Meadow Park and keep Mark Orley Field in such great shape. Now the starting lineups, brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Ozark Mountain Ducks will lead off with their second baseman. He is now from Republic, Missouri. That is Brett Gallion. Batting second, the shortstop from Waynesville, Missouri, number 2, Trey Simpson. Batting third and playing left field is rookie from Peculiar, Missouri, Josh Scribner. Batting fourth from Mount Vernon, Missouri, the right fielder, Josh Engler. Batting fifth, the center fielder. He is from St. Peters, Missouri, Joe Emery. Batting 6th is the catcher from Republic, Missouri, Creed Smiley. Batting 7th and playing third base from Springfield, Missouri, Commissioner Tony Lewis. Batting 8th and playing first base from Springfield, Missouri, Austin Kendrick. Batting 9th and pitching from Barquisimeto, Lara, Venezuela, Brian Sanchez. And batting 10th, the extra hitter from Rose Hill, Kansas. He now calls Nixa, Missouri home. That's Ben Hammett. Branson Showmen will lead off with their player manager in center field. He is from Nixa, Missouri, but now resides in Ozark. That is Jacob Carlson. Batting second and playing second base from Rogersville, Missouri, Jordan Fitzpatrick. Batting third, the third baseman from Springfield, Missouri, Trey Turner. Batting fourth, the extra hitter. That is David Edwards. Batting fifth, the catcher from Weyburn, Saskatchewan, Canada, now Ozark, Missouri, Jared Fox. Batting sixth from Branson, Missouri, by way of Rolla, Dustin Phelps. Batting in the seventh spot is the right fielder. That's Houston Freeman from Lebanon, Missouri. Batting in the eighth spot, the pitcher from Conway, Missouri, Cooper Keesling. Batting ninth is the shortstop from Licking, Missouri, Carter Rennie. And batting 10th from Nixa, Missouri, the left fielder, Chris Leggett. So the Mountain Ducks get ready to send Brett Gallion to the plate opposite Cooper Keesling, a left-hander with good command who can get hitters off balance. Mostly works with diesel engines Monday through Friday, but has really fallen in lockstep with the opportunities here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Says he really loves the opportunity, and now that he's gotten a taste, he's already thinking about what to do in the off-season to get himself ready. Cooper would love to have a lengthy career out here. Umpires for this one, it's Brian Lozano on the bases and Edward Browning behind the dish calling the balls and strikes. Veteran crew with playoff experience in this game, certainly with playoff implications. The Branson Showmen come into today 4-1. Mountain Ducks are 3-2. So a win for Ozark would shake up the standings in the GRBL South, pull the teams even to 4-2 each, and it also would give Ozark head-to-head criteria over the Showmen, effectively moving the Mountain Ducks into first place. The Showmen could beat the Mountain Ducks today, go to 5-1, and lock up first position and a first-round bye in the playoffs. Curveball hung just enough for Gallion to swing on and drive it into center field. He's on with a base hit. First pitch in this one today was at 12:03 p.m. and Gallion, the leadoff hitter, is on with a single to center field. It's going to bring up Trey Simpson, second-year man out of Waynesville, Missouri. Recruited into the league by his brother Trent. And make no mistake, both of the Simpsons can most certainly go. Trey, a 5-game hitting streak. He's 5 for 17, 478. His on-base percentage led by 6 walks. He's also scored 3 runs and struck out just twice. The 1-0 to Trey Simpson from Cooper Keesling. Swung on, left side ground ball. Third baseman Trey Turner up with it to Fitzpatrick for one. Fitzpatrick's throw brought the first baseman Dustin Phelps off the bags, so the Showmen get 1 out. They take the lead runner. We'll log it down as a 5-4 fielder's choice. A couple of college outfielders, Jordan Fitzpatrick and Trey Turner, now find themselves on the infield for this Branson club. Really, on that left side, Carter Rennie. There's a Steve Reich. Carter Rennie from Licking. It's really the only guy on the infield who really came up as an infielder and learned the position as a young man. Turner and Fitzpatrick both moved there upon arrival to the Grip and Rip League. Batter is Josh Scribner, rookie from Raymore, Missouri, out of the University of Nebraska, Omaha. Laces one that is in the air, slicing foul. That's going to get down. It was over the head of the first baseman Phelps. Fitzpatrick tried the throw over to first with Keesling covering, but that's not in time. So a little bit unconventional. Certainly not the most beautiful hit of Josh Scribner's career, but it doesn't matter. He is on. That's 2 hits in the first 3 batters for the Mountain Ducks. A slicing fly ball down the right field line over the first baseman's head. And Ozark has runners on first and second with just one gone for Josh Engler. He's sponsored by Offen Petroleum. 2021 Grip and Rip MVP award winner is 4 for 13. Swings and pulls one. Turner a dive at third base. He'll step on the bag for one. Fires across for two. No. But Trey Turner, great dive on a hard hit ball down the third base line. And he keeps a runner off of third base on the play. Tried to turn two to get out of the inning. Instead, Cooper Keesling is going to have to deal with Joe Emery. Ozark center fielder out of Truman State University, 6 for 20, so hitting .300 on the season with an RBI. He's also drawn a couple of walks. Joe now with 44 hits in a Grip and Rip career that began in 2019. Breaking pitch is outside. Nothing, the score, top of the first. Keesling misses in with a fastball to make it 2-0. 81 degrees. Daytime high today was supposed to be 85. I don't think we're going to get there. Emery pulls this one foul. And the wind is blowing in today. Or at least for the moment it's blowing in. What we're watching for is a shift in wind direction. That means we'd have some precipitation and some storms rolling in from the west, from the southwest. 2-1 pitch. The way this ballpark is oriented, home plate sort of on the southwest corner of the diamond, and then center field is in a due northeasterly direction. 3-1 to Joe Emery. That's inside, and he walked him. So Emery is on, and here comes perhaps the hottest bat in the Ozark Mountain Ducks lineup. Matter of fact, he has been moved up. Had been hitting in the 10 spot. Today, Creed Smiley bats 6th, and for good reason. Sponsored by Air Services. 5 for 13 with a .476 on base percentage. He's got 4 runs batted in. Had a 3 RBI bases clearing base hit a week ago in Ozark's 7-6 victory. However, that time he grounds to the shortstop Carter Rinney, who flipped it over to the second baseman Jordan Fitzpatrick for the out on the fielder's choice. So the Mountain Ducks threatened, but they strand 3 rather, 2 in scoring position. And that will end the top of the first. We're just getting started here with the GRBL Sunday triple header. We will bring you more after a short timeout. Back in a moment.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Brian Sanchez has the baseball. La pelota for the Mountain Ducks. Fastball, slider, y la curva. The arsenal for Sanchez, and that curveball has proved to be a potent 2-strike pitch. Creed Smiley behind the plate. It's Tony Lewis, Trey Simpson, Brett Gallion, and Austin Kendrick left to right across the infield with Josh Scribner, Joe Emery, and Josh Engler for the Mountain Ducks. Interesting move. Josh Scribner had been playing right field. Josh Engler had been playing left. Today they are switched, so a transposition of Josh's. Scribner in left field today. Josh Engler in right. The batter for the Showmen is Jacob Carlson. First offering from Brian Sanchez is high, up and out of the zone. Well, in a lineup full of pretty fair bangers, Jacob Carlson has been outstanding for the Showmen. 8 for 19 with 3 doubles, 2 RBIs, and 8 runs scored. .522, the on-base percentage. That is given a ride out to left center field. It stays in the ballpark. 1 hop, and it's off the wall. Carlson rounding second, thinking about third. Head first he goes. He's in there. A leadoff triple for Jacob Carlson, starting the party for the Showmen. Just like that. Triple to left center field. Sanchez attacked him up in the zone. Carlson went with it. Drove that baseball into the wind. 1 hop and then off of the wall just below the scoreboard here at Mark Worley Field. 9 hits now in 6 games for Jacob Carlson, and the batter is Jordan Fitzpatrick for the Showmen. He's 5 for 16 with 5 RBIs. His 5 hits include a triple and a double. And his on-base percentage is .421. This lineup for Branson, just hot sticks up and down. Fitzpatrick played professionally in the Independent Pioneer League with the Grand Junction Rockies in Grand Junction, Colorado. In 2022, had 3 years at Missouri Southern State, 2 years at Missouri State across a lengthy college career that had 582 at-bats. And he was predominantly an outfielder throughout his upbringing, his high school years, his college years, and as a pro. But second base is sort of where he has found a home since he made his GRBL debut in 2024. That is well hit and back. Back it goes into right. Off the wall. Engler could do nothing but just watch it go. Carlson scores. It's 1-0 Showman. An RBI double off the wall by Jordan Fitzpatrick. He got a lot of it, didn't quite get enough to hit it out of here, but certainly enough to bring Carlson home without breaking a sweat. And that is 2 hard-hit balls back-to-back for Branson. Doesn't get much easier as here comes Trey Turner. He had 16 hits in 8 games as a rookie with 19 RBIs. This year he's 4 for 15 with 5 runs batted in, including a home run. Hit that home run out to left field. That was back in the season opener, I do believe. Turner took a big cut, sliced that one foul, first base side off the front of the Ozark dugout. He's in a 1-1. Fitzpatrick, the runner at second. 1-0 Showman, bottom of the first. Sanchez throws a slider for a called strike at 81 miles per hour. It is hard to differentiate the Sanchez fastball from the Sanchez slider. And those 2 hard-hit balls, both fastballs by Carlson and Fitzpatrick. That was a curve. Turner swung on and drove it. That is back. Out of here. Home run for Trey Turner. Mashing a curveball more than 370 feet over that 14-foot wall in left center field by the scoreboard. His second home run of the season, and it's 3-0 Showman. Well, Trey Turner sat back, waited on a curveball from Brian Sanchez to get over. It was a patient bit of hitting, and he absolutely gave that a ride. It is a Burrell Behavioral Health mound visit for Brian Sanchez. The pitcher. Looks like that was a chat, or the catcher, Creed Smiley, wanted to convey something about location. And yeah, Creed, I'm seeing it too. Sanchez missing up, and the Branson batters are teeing off. So 3-0 Showmen, nobody out. Bases are clear for David Edwards, who has 2 walk-off hits in winners for Branson this season, including a grand slam. That happened on opening night. So Edwards, this is not no faint praise here. He's having a career year, 10 for 21 with 10 RBIs, leading the league in that category, and a .522 on base percentage. His previous career best was 2023, in which he was 14 of 27 with the Ozark Mountain Ducks, but Edwards needs 4 more hits to equal the hit count. But when you start to look at the power he's producing, the runs he is driving in, the offense he's creating, without question, he's having a career year. 0-2, breaking ball, swung on. That is tailing down the left field line, and that is fair. Edwards thinking about a double. Mountain Ducks will cut it off, and instead, David will settle for 1. It's a single, well struck out into left field. That is now 4 consecutive hits for the Showmen. Going to bring out another visit from Creed Smiley, and this time it is Austin Kendrick, so this will be an official mound visit. It's the Mountain Ducks manager, Austin Kendrick, coming over from first base. And mound visits brought to you by Burl Behavioral Health, with behavioral health clinics of all types throughout southwest Missouri. Help just a phone call away. Find out more at burlcenter.com to find the clinic near to you. And if you're in need of immediate help for yourself or for a loved one, always dial 988. So Brian Sanchez laughing it off a little bit there. I think his interpreter and third baseman Tony Lewis tried to lighten the mood a little. Jared Fox steps in. The native of Weyburn, Saskatchewan, Canada, is the Showman catcher. Looks at strike 1. Foxy's 3 for 13 with a couple of doubles, so 66 hits in the career of Jared Fox. Ranks him in the league's top 5 all-time in terms of hit getters, trailing only the likes of Skylar Carter, Caleb Cole, and his manager Jacob Carlson. Fox hitting .273, and that's going to help it as he lifts one just over the head of the Mountain Ducks middle infielders. Straight back out to dead center it goes. Edwards moves up to second. He will have no more. And that is now 5 consecutive hits for the Branson Showmen. And here's the deal for Ozark. This is a team that is already injury depleted, but Cole Rourke, we're not exactly sure how good he's feeling. He bravely looked me in the face and told me about 80% when I talked with him before the game. But you never know how much of that is bravado or how much of that is Cole just trying to use the media to his advantage, perhaps. Cole Rourke is up and taking some throws in the Ozark pens. Phelps slices one, and that is caught in foul territory by the Ducks' first baseman Austin Kendrick for the first out. A foul out gets Dustin Phelps, and it's 1 away. Batter is Houston Freeman, the physical therapist and athletic trainer from Lebanon, Missouri, who now calls Republic his home. Is a doctor of physical therapy from Missouri State. Nickname is Dakota. Nothing real clever there. He just got called the wrong name a few too many times at tryouts, and just kind of hung around. I don't even know if Houston knows about that. That is lifted in the air to right. Back goes Engler. He handles it. Runners retreat. And that's a pretty good reason why Josh Engler's in right field for throws like that to take away any chance David Edwards would have of tagging and advancing on the throw. So 2 gone. A foul pop out and then a fly out to right. Batter for Branson will be the pitcher, Cooper Keesling. Stands in the left-handed batter's box against the righty, Brian Sanchez. Couple of rookies here, and nothing fancy. Sanchez just made him miss with a fastball. Sanchez looks like he feels okay physically. Mountain Ducks, again, missing Mason Davis. Separated a shoulder, or dislocated a shoulder, I should say, in their last game. He's a guy who could be relied upon to go out and pitch 3 innings. Cole Rourke is going to be somewhat limited today. But if you lift Brian Sanchez this early, it really puts the team at a deficit in terms of available pitchers. I mean, after that, you would be looking at still asking Josh Engler to go 5, and that's probably still going to be the ask today, is 5 innings out of Josh Engler, who started in right field. After that, it's probably some combination of Ben Hammett, Tony Lewis, and you're thinking about Trey Simpson maybe, or another position player. Just tough sledding for the Ducks with 2 of their top pitchers. 1 completely out and 1 certainly hampered by injury today. So 1 and 2 to Cooper Keesling. Sanchez came home with a slider high, ball 2. Showmen are using Michael Doman off the bench to run in the stead of the catcher Jared Fox over at first. David Edwards has got to run for himself, and he's leading off of second base. The 2-2, high, full count. Well, missing high, missing high, missing high would suggest Brian Sanchez is going to have a mechanical adjustment to make. But the Mountain Ducks just need to get him off the field and give him a shot to regroup. Payoff pitch. Runners go, and Keesling fouls that one off. That might have caught the umpire, Ed Browning, but Ed's a tough customer, so he's no worse for the wear. We'll do the 3-2 payoff pitch again. Pitch number 7 of the plate appearance for Cooper Keesling. Sanchez deals a curveball, and he struck him out. Check that, a slider, but down on strikes he goes. So the Branson Showmen rattle the bats early. 5 consecutive base hits, including a 2-run homer off the bat of third baseman Trey Turner. It is 3-0 Showmen after 1. We're back with more Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free right here on our YouTube channel all day long.
Life is full of things to worry about. Your home's foundation shouldn't be one of them. Vertical and horizontal foundation cracks, windows and doors that stick are all indications that your home has foundation issues. At Foundation Recovery Systems, we offer permanent solutions that help put your worries to rest. Call us today for a free inspection.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661. Go Mavericks!
Keesling back out to work for the Branson Showmen. They lead 3-0 after the first inning. Bottom part of the order coming up here for the Mountain Ducks. It'll be Tony Lewis, Austin Kendrick, and Brian Sanchez. So Clay Odell has made his way over to the third base coach's box for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They've also got Ethan Bryan serving as the bench coach. Austin Kendrick grabbing a couple of players with GRBL experience who have decided playing days are behind them, but still want some opportunity to come around, and so serving as volunteers on a coaching staff has proven to be a great way to do that. So here's Tony Lewis, the founder of the Grip and Rip Baseball League. It all started with an idea back in 2015. The league played its first season with 4 teams in 2016, expanded to 6 for season 2, and it has been 6 teams ever since. The league has grown. The level of talent it attracts has grown. The level of fan interest it attracts has grown along with it. And Tony, humbly proud of what his dream has turned into. Now in its 10th season here at Meadow Park. Tony 5 for 17, 6 RBIs. He's got a triple. He's also struck out 6 times this season, so a little bit of feast or famine for Tony Lewis here in 2025. But his offensive production on a bit of an uptick. He was 6 for 23 with Moon City a season ago. Keesling missed with a curveball, and so for the 3rd time this season, Tony Lewis draws a walk, and the Mountain Ducks underway here, trailing by 3 in the top of the 2nd. Austin Kendrick from Parkview High School was set to go play junior college baseball over in the Kansas Rectangle when a testicular cancer diagnosis ended his college baseball career before it started. Ended up staying close to home in Springfield. Obtained his degree to teach. Oh, goodness! Jared Fox catching a foul ball and then got leveled by his first baseman, Dustin Phelps. Equipment scattered. But Fox is all right. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure if nobody just called that one loudly enough, but props to Jared Fox as he went around after taking a high-level hit from Dustin Phelps. Just a collision of teammates. Fox waved the helmet at his manager, Jacob Carlson, out in center field and said he's all right. So Kendrick is retired on the foul out, 1 away. Brian Sanchez bats for Ozark, sits back on a curveball, pops it. Jared Fox now back to the screen, and he makes his 2nd catch. That is back-to-back foul outs to the catcher. G. Fox, well, no chance to just tuck behind the plate and shake that one off. He's pressed right back into action. Number 10 hitter coming up here for the Mountain Ducks, that's Ben Hammett. Out of Oklahoma Christian University, now lives in Nixa, Missouri. 2 for 9 with a triple. Could be called upon to pitch a little bit later on in this one. Stands pretty square in the right-handed batter's box. Watches a Keesling curveball dip down for a ball. It's 2-0 to Hammett. Fastball runs in. It is now 3-0. Mountain Ducks could turn it back over. Brett Gallion, the leadoff man, in the on-deck circle. Keesling's 3-0 to Hammett. High and tight, ball 4. So a walk, a foul out, and a walk. 2 on for the Mountain Ducks as Tony Lewis moves up into scoring position, and the batter is Brett Gallion out of Drury University. First GRBL season 2018. He was an all-star that year with Courtney Spitz's Elite Promotions Team Elite. Here's a chopper to the third baseman. Turner throws. Phelps hangs on over at first, and the inning is over. So Keesling walked a couple of batters, but no hits allowed that time. And he comes away unscathed. 3-0. Showmen have the lead in the middle of the second. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
It is a Henry's towing pitching change for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, trailing 3-0. They call on Cole Rourke, one of the GRBL's all-time greats. Came in with a career ERA of 3.53, spread across 99 and a third innings of work. He has added to that in 2025. 17 innings, 2 earned runs on 17 hits, 17 strikeouts to 4 walks, and a 1.06 ERA. First batter he's going to see is a player he coached while he was a high schooler. That's the Branson shortstop Carter Rinney out of Licking, Missouri. Last time out Rourke pitched was September 7th. Pitched 3 innings, ended up leaving the game a little bit early with some discomfort in his right throwing hand. Gave up an earned run on 7 hits, walked a batter, struck out 2. He just threw hard enough to break Carter Rinney's bat on a ground out to the third baseman. So we will watch carefully with bated breath and see just how effective Cole Rourke is going to be. You know, definitely not at 100%, but gamely going out there and trying to help his team, the Mountain Ducks, in an important game in the GRBL South standings. Ozark does have activity in the bullpen. Right-hander Ben Hammett up and throwing. I have to think that is on a coverage basis in the event that Rourke gets into trouble or is just simply not physically able to go. Just threw an 80-mile-per-hour pitch to Chris Leggett that missed down and out of the zone, so it's 2-0. Leggett sponsored by Handyman Rentals in Nixa, Missouri, swinging a chopper foul. Handyman Rentals Incorporated, longtime supporters of Chris Leggett's baseball career. It's cool when a player is able to hang on to a player sponsor like that. So Leggett hitting 200 with an RBI this season. He scored 4 runs and drawn 3 walks. He's ahead here 2-1. Swinging a foul ball back. So for Cole Rourke, controlling the controllables will be the key today, trying to limit pitch economy. Here's Chopper, brings him off the mound. He had to hurry the throw, and it's not in time to get the speedy Chris Leggett at first. Rourke fielded that cleanly enough. The throw certainly brought him off the mound and down the line, and Leggett, all it took was just a touch of real estate, and he was home safe. Showman turn over the lineup. Here comes Jacob Carlson. He tripled into left center field his first time up. Jacob works in the financial sector in Springfield, Missouri. He is now 9 for 20 on the season. So he's hitting .450. On base percentage above .530. He's been hit by 2 pitches. He has walked twice. He is 1-1 here. Crowds in. Almost stands on top of home plate. Rourke from the belt. Carlson swings and fouls it off. Cole disrupted him with an off-speed pitch there, 74. Been watching Rourke's velocity. He's topping out about 82. So that right there tells me he is valuing command over power today. Dialed that one up to 83, and Carlson fouled it off. There's no discomfort in the shoulder for Rourke. Everything is elbow and below. He had Tommy John surgery as a college baseball player. So that's been done. Now time is called. Carlson asked for it and was granted time by the plate umpire Ed Browning. He'll hop back in for the 1-2. Rourke sets. Breaking ball, swung on and grounded. Lewis dove, couldn't get there. Simpson dove and stopped the ball, but by that time he had no chance for a play against the speed that Branson has on the bases right now. Jordan Fitzpatrick, who hit an RBI double off the wall in right center field, is the batter. This time he's got runners on first and second to work with. So Fitzpatrick now 6 for 17 with 6 RBIs in 6 games. First pitch to the Branson second baseman, swung on and lifted into center field. Emery has it. Leggett's going to tag up, and yeah, you don't run on that arm as the baseball 2 hops and is into the glove of the third baseman, Tony Lewis. 2 away. And here is the man of the hour, the man with the power, Trey Turner. He has already homered in this game, a 2 RBI shot to left center field. Looking for more. Native of Neosho, Missouri. Now 5 for 16 with 7 RBIs. Chops this one foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Rourke doing all that he can just to try to gut through some innings here. For the Mountain Ducks, it's a matter of trying to get back on a schedule where you could give Josh Engler the ball, ideally at the start of the 5th, but they may not make it. 3-0 Showman, 2 runners on and 2 out. The pitch to Turner is a called strike. Now they've got Leggett between the bases. The throw to third in time for the out, and that will get Ozark out of the inning as Leggett is caught stealing. No runs in the second. So the score remains 3-0. Showman in front of the Mountain Ducks, and we are back with more right after this.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Coming up today at 3, the Moon City Mavericks take on the Republic Locos. It'll be Tyler Abma pitching for Moon City against Ryan Cram for Republic. Then tonight at 6 o'clock on baseball night in the Ozarks, the Springfield Metropolitans take on the Nixa Suckers. Just looking to see here, Logan Wiley for the Mets and Jake Uber for the Suckers are the announced starting pitchers in that one. Right now, it is still Cooper Keesling, the Branson starter in the game, getting ready for his third inning of work. He will face the 2-3-4 hitters for the Mountain Ducks, Trey Simpson, Josh Scribner, and Josh Engler. Joe Emery would come to bat, should any of them manage to reach safely. Keeping our eye to the weather chart as well. Right now, 83 degrees, winds are now blowing out, so the winds have shifted. They are out of the south at about 7 miles per hour, and you can see on the field there's a few leaves blowing around down on the concourse, and then the players' jerseys whipping around, so the wind now blowing out toward left field, basically across the diamond from the first base line toward the shortstop. Simpson looked at a called strike one. Ground ball up the middle to the second baseman. Fitzpatrick throws to first in time. One away. Jordan Fitzpatrick's been a busy guy. 2 assists and a putout already in this one. Batter is Josh Scribner, singled out to right his first time up. Scribner went to University of Nebraska, Omaha, and played 3 seasons there. He went to Ray-Peck High School in Raymore, Peculiar. I believe the high school is physically located in Raymore, Missouri. No, check that. It's in Peculiar. Apologies. Nebraska Omaha is in fact in Omaha. That part I can keep straight. So Scribner now 4 for 8, hitting .500. Missed his first 2 GRBL games, but has worked his way into the lineup. Started out, he was used as a pinch hitter and a DH, but he has gotten starts in the outfield last week and today. (2-1) to Scribner is inside. Bouncer, and he walked him. Keesling left it short, perhaps being a little bit careful after Scribner looped one over the first baseman's head for a hit in the first inning. Nevertheless, Josh Scribner is on again for Josh Engler, sponsored by Offen Petroleum. He was an all-state baseball player at Mount Vernon High School and went on to play at Evangel University for 2 years, then transferred to NCAA Division II Missouri Southern State. He was a pitcher only in his high school career, or in his college career rather, so coming out to the GRBL gave Josh a chance to be a two-way player. Wanted a balanced workload this time. He has been a workhorse pitcher in previous seasons. However, with what's happened to the pitchers in the Mountain Ducks lineup, Engler is going to get a workman's load today. Showmen do not turn the double play. As the throw from the second baseman Fitzpatrick got away from the first baseman Phelps, they do get the lead runner off the ground ball to the third baseman Trey Turner, and so it'll go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Still one runner on. That's Josh Engler at first for Joe Emery. 2 away. Joe, the physical therapist with Mercy Sports Medicine out of Truman State University, looks at a breaking pitch. That was a slider from Keesling. That caught the outer half of the plate for a strike. Emery walked his first time up, and he's pulled back even 1-1. Had a .321 batting average in junior college, had a .248 average at Truman State in 2013 across 40 games. Was the outfield Gold Glove Award winner in the GRBL in 2022. That is given annually to the top defensive player in any of the 3 outfield positions. Usually it goes to a center fielder, but it doesn't have to. Emery swings and fouls one off. That will load the count, 3-2. Keesling will get a new baseball. Has the sign he wants from Jared Fox. Winds and fires a curve. This is grounded left side. Turner up with it for the Showman. He hopped the throw. Phelps can't get there, and the baseball goes off the front of the Ozark dugout, allowing Engler to go to third. Emery is safe, and it's first and third for the Mountain Ducks. Second error of the game committed by the Showmen. And it extends the opportunity for Creed Smiley. It's Creed 0 for 1, grounded to the shortstop first time. He is sponsored by Air Services. Don't get nervous, call Air Service. .476 on base percentage for Creed as there's a pickoff attempt at Joe Emery on the right side, over on first. Keesling's offering to Smiley is a strike up in the zone. Ozark trailing by 3, 2 outs, first and third. Trying to get something happening here in the third, and they will. Smiley brings in a run with an RBI base hit to left field. Engler scores. It is 3-1. So the Ducks are on the board. Creed Smiley collects his 5th RBI in 6 games. Nice piece of patient hitting there. Does exactly what he needs to do. Brings home the run from third, and then it extends the inning and the opportunity for the Mountain Ducks. Mountain Ducks will run Josh Wilbanks for Creed Smiley, which will allow him to go start to get his catching gear on. And with Joe Emery now in the lead runner position, coming off of second base, he may be a threat to go. Pitch to Lewis, hit him on the arm. Boink. Not very hard at 50-something miles per hour, but for the Ducks, it doesn't matter how they get there. They just want this inning to continue. Austin Kendrick comes up with the bases loaded. Tying run is Josh Wilbanks at second. The go-ahead would be Tony Lewis at first, and now Jacob Carlson is going to go talk to Cooper Keesling. Running in from center field, it is a Burrell Behavioral Health mound visit with clinics throughout southwest Missouri. Burrell Behavioral Health. Check them out at burrellcenter.com. Short chat, whatever that was. Maybe more situational, followed by a big let's go. Cooper Keesling has his instructions to face the right-hander Austin Kendrick. Curveball dips into the zone for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Austin Kendrick now an administrator in the Branson School District. Keesling tried him with a two-seamer. That's outside. And we're back even 1-1. Tried a fastball. Not to the liking of the man in charge. It is now 2 balls and a strike. That's in the zone, and we're even 2-2. So deuces wild for Austin Kendrick. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Mountain Ducks trailing by 2 runs. Keesling's pitch swung on, up the middle it goes. Fitzpatrick with it. He'll step on second base. And the rally for the Mountain Ducks is over. Keesling with a little exaltation as he steps off the mound to get out of the inning. 1 run goes up for the Mountain Ducks on 1 hit, a walk, and a hit batsman. It is 3-1 Showmen lead. They will come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd on the flip side of this break.
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Every day.
Overnight.
24/7. Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
3-1 is the score. Branson Showmen lead the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Trey Turner due up. He was batting in the 2nd at the time Chris Leggett was caught stealing, so this time he steps in to face Cole Rourke. Nobody out. Clean sheets. Skies are cloudy here in Springfield, Missouri, but the ceiling is high, and for the moment the sun is out. Turner pulls one. Down the left field line it goes. That is off the wall. It stays in the ballpark, and Turner will end up with a double. His 2nd extra base hit of the game is a wall banger. The Showman now with 4 extra base hits. And those all have come from players in the first 3 positions in the lineup. So Turner is on for David Edwards. Native of Ocala, Florida, leads the grip and rip with 10 RBIs. Swings and fouls this one off. And Cole Rourke knows exactly what David Edwards is capable of. He managed David during the 2022 season. At the time, Rourke was skipping the Branson Showmen. That was during his 3-year tenure, leading that club. Cole then stepped away from the grip and rip entirely for the 2024 campaign, came back and entered the draft for 2025 and was the #1 overall selection by the Mountain Ducks. One and one for David Edwards. Breaking pitch. No, that's inside. Edwards, by trade, a strength and conditioning coach at the University of Missouri S&T, mostly with the football program. Takes one the other way into right field. On the run and making the catch is Josh Engler. If that would have gotten down, it probably would have been extra bases. Instead, Edwards is retired on what could potentially be looked at later as a big ol' out. Jared Fox, the catcher, comes up here. He's 1 for 1 on the day, and Jared Fox has a lot of experience with Cole Rourke. He was Cole's catcher for 2 seasons, 2022 and 23. So these guys have some history. Jared Fox knows what Rourke's stuff does. Fastball bounces down. Cole just looked like he held on to that one too long. You can tell he's trying to figure out what's going to feel best out of his hand and also what's going to locate the best as he plays through some discomfort here. Fired that one home at 76, a little jammer, and Fox fouled it down. Well, the wind is trying to make up its mind as to which direction it's going to be out of. I can tell you the flag is telling me south. The indicator on the weather software is telling me north. Hey, that's great. Barometer is also falling. We're now down to 29.95 inches of mercury. It was 29.99 just before game time today, so that would indicate precipitation is coming this afternoon. Let's take a little zoom back on the radar. All the precipitation in Missouri, at least, is off to our north, which is nice. So no immediate threats. This game should be all right, and now looks like our friends at the National Weather Service are trying to decide what exactly is going to happen sometime in the 3 o'clock hour today. But that'll be the Mavericks and the Locos' problem to deal with. 3-2, the count to Jared Fox. Swung on, this is in the air to right. Engler camps out, he makes the catch. Turner takes off, and Trey timed that very nicely to be just a step ahead of that Josh Engler throw from right field. So he advances on the throw. He is 90 feet away from making it a 3-run ball game again. Batter for the Showmen will be Dustin Phelps. Dustin Phelps has had an interesting day on the field, making his first start as a first baseman. Had a collision with his catcher, Jared Fox. He's also had a little bit of trouble getting on the same page with a couple of his infielders. But could make it all go away with a nice swing of the bat here. Took a nice swing, a big cut. That was an 83-mile-per-hour pitch from Cole Rourke. Dustin Phelps, the cardiac cath lab nurse from Branson, Missouri, originally from Rolla. So a couple of old Rolla Bulldogs going at it in this matchup here. Rourke versus Phelps. Steerike thrown, and Rourke is now ahead 0-2. Rourke looking to pounce and get out of this inning. The 0-2 to Phelps. Swung on. This is lifted. It's going to be trouble down the left field line. It is foul ball. Well, no one there were 3 Ozark Mountain Ducks all converging on it. Nobody really had a shot, and the ball harmlessly came down about 8 feet outside the line. Phelps back in for another 0-2. Rourke gets the sign from Smiley, sets up from the belt, brought it home, wiped him out. A 74-mile-per-hour slider for a strikeout. So Trey Turner's double neutralized. A couple of flyouts and a strikeout for pitcher Cole Rourke. And our score remains Branson 3, Ozark Mountain Ducks 1. We head to the 4th inning.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
First big chess move for the Branson Showmen. They are going to stick with Cooper Keesling on the mound. So Keesling coming out here to start inning number 4. That means he is going to be the 3+ designee among Branson pitchers today. Any reliever who comes on from this point forward will be limited to a maximum of 3 innings for the Showmen. And if you come on mid-inning, that does in fact count as a full inning. So Jacob Carlson putting some chips down on Cooper Keesling to be able to get a few more outs before his day is done. Ozark still has the 3+ designation as they lifted starter Brian Sanchez after 1. Batter is the Ozark pitcher Cole Rourke. He has pitched 2. This is his first plate appearance. First pitch he sees from Keesling, a strike on the outer half. So it'll be Rourke, Hammett, and Gallion for the Mountain Ducks. Rourke sponsored by Triumph Sports Training Center in Licking, Missouri. It's a business he and his wife Megan own. Do a little bit of everything at Triumph. They've even got conference meeting space. You just need to get a group of people together around the same table. But they have really turned that into something over in Texas County. It's 0-2 to Rourke. Breaking pitch. Oh, he swung out and chased a curve, trying to go on a dropped third strike, but Jared Fox got it down to first base in time for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Hammett for the Mountain Ducks. Speaking of guys who own sports training facilities, he and his wife Julie own the D-Bat franchise in Nixa, Missouri. been former supervisor at Kraft Foods. Now he's all in on entrepreneurship, also helps coach freshman baseball at Nixa High School, part of Logan Hughes' staff. If that name sounds familiar, you're either a Nixa Eagles fan or a Drury Panthers fan or a longtime fan of GRBL baseball. Logan was one of the managers in the GRBL's inaugural season. Hammett looked at a called strike on the inner half there. A fastball makes it 2-1. Swing and a foul ball. Well, nothing Keesling throws is going to overwhelm you with speed or velocity, but he is generally a pretty consistent worker in the strike zone. He mixes pitches well. He locates well as Hammett lifts one in the air to left. Leggett tracked it well. No trouble for him, and it's 2 down. And that is a pretty typical Keesling out right there. Makes the hitter think that they're going to have a pretty good swing at something. And he can make a pretty good swing turn into a routine fly ball or a routine grounder. So here's Brett Gallion, the Ozark leadoff man, is 1 for 2 today. Had 9 hits with Ozark in 8 games a season ago. He now has 5 hits in 6 games. So moving on, good steady Eddie kind of batter is Brett Gallion. Two balls and a strike. Swings. That will get through on the left side into left field. And Gallion turned the corner and thought, but Chris Leggett got the ball back into the infield in plenty of time. Nonetheless, Gallion is now 2 for 3, having a nice day. And here is the batter, Trey Simpson. It's Trey 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs today. Both of those were to the third baseman, Trey Turner. So Simpson, third plate appearance in this one. With the Mountain Ducks trailing 3-1, he represents a potential game-tying run. Looked at a curveball for a strike. 52 miles per hour from Keesling, with a rather distinctive 12-6 movement. There's a bouncer, nice block by Fox, but no chance for him to stop Brett Gallion from taking second base, so Gallion moves into scoring position. Score that officially as a wild pitch. So Fox did well to keep it in front of him, but just didn't deaden the rebound enough to have a chance to throw out Gallion. Another breaking pitch. Simpson sits back. It is grounded to the third baseman. Trey Turner fires and he overthrows the first baseman, Phelps. That ball goes into the dugout. So Simpson will be awarded second base and a run will score. It is 3-2. Be unearned for Keesling, most certainly. And also puts a runner into scoring position for Josh Scribner, who with one swing could give the Ozark Mountain Ducks the lead. Scribner swings and fouls one off. Back to the screen it goes. Walks out of the box, having a discussion with himself about the path of the bat and the way his hands were positioned on that swing. Back even 1-1 after a ball. Josh Scribner on the day 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Fastball from Keesling into the zone for a strike. When you've got a 12-6 curveball that hits somewhere between 52 and 54, you can make a 65-mile-per-hour pitch like that one look like lightning. Scribner swings. That is tailing foul. Phelps in foul territory. Snags it and hangs on. Showmen will get out of the inning, but the Mountain Ducks do score, capitalizing on an error, and we've got a one-run ball game. 3-2 is the Showmen lead. We'll bring you the bottom of the fourth after a quick timeout.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ozark Mountain Ducks sticking with right-hander Cole Rourke. Showed up to the stadium not exactly sure if he was even going to pitch today. He is now going for a third inning. He has faced 2 above minimum thus far. He's given up 3 hits but no runs. And Ozark short-handed. Rourke injured himself in a game on September the 7th, feeling discomfort in his right pitching hand. I believe that was tied to something in his elbow, and there was some inflammation that followed, so he's being careful. But they're also without Mason Davis, the right-hander from Harrisonville, Missouri, who dislocated his shoulder in the Mountain Ducks last game. But if Cole Rourke can get 3 outs here in the fourth, Ozark can activate Josh Engler at any time and ask him to go 5 innings. It's a big ask, but that is the play for the Ducks. Here's a one-hopper off the bat of Houston Freeman to the shortstop Trey Simpson. His throw over to first in time for the first out. And that right there is what Cole Rourke needs to serve up a couple more times to try and give his team a best chance in what is a brand new ball game. Cooper Keesling steps in for Branson. Has seen its lead cut to 1, and ever since they scored 3 in the first, this Branson lineup's been quiet. Keesling flares one into center. Emery slides and makes the catch. A hit robber, Joe Emery, puts a big second out on the board. And that'll bring up Carter Rennie. Works for the family business, Rennie Family Pharmacy in Licking, Missouri. They also own a pharmacy in Houston, Missouri. Became a father just before the 2025 season began. Everybody's doing well there. Brennan, I believe, is the young man's name. So we will look for him sometime around GRBL season 32, give or take. probably have an above-average glove, good range, and he'll always be a tough out. 2-1 to Rennie, swung on. It's going to bring his former high school coach Cole Rourke off the mound, and then Rourke, oh, he just muffed the throw to first, so Rennie reaches safely. It's an error charged to the Ozark pitcher, and it extends the inning. Now this is the speedy part of the Branson lineup. You got Carter Rennie, Chris Leggett, sponsored by Handyman Rentals Incorporated, and then when you turn it over, it's Jacob Carlson. Leggett puts one in the air to right, running in, and making the catch is the right fielder, and that was not Josh Engler. That was Ben Hammett, I do believe, as Josh Engler is in the Ozark bullpen. Nonetheless, threat neutralized, inning over, 3 scoreless innings by Cole Rourke. So if his day is done, that was a gutsy performance. 3-2 is our score. Cooper Keesling set to go back to work for a 5th inning for the Branson Showmen on the other side of this quick timeout.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
About this, Cooper Keesling trying to go the maximum allotted 5 innings for the first time in his GRBL career, protecting a 3-2 lead for the Branson Showmen for the moment. It'll be Josh Engler, Joe Emery, and Creed Smiley for the Ozark Mountain Ducks this time. Josh 0 for 2. Ground outs both to the left side, 1 to the third baseman, 1 to the shortstop in this game. Sponsored by Offen Petroleum, looks at a called Steerike on the outer half to get started. So Josh now 4 for 15 in 2025. Breaking pitch. Nope. 1-1. Swing and a baseball lifted left side. It's going to stay in the ballpark, and it stays fair, getting down for a hit. Josh Engler, a double to lead off the 5th for the Mountain Ducks. Honest to goodness, I thought that baseball was tailing foul. Something happened up there in the jet stream, and it came down just about 6 feet inside fair territory. So it's a double for Josh Engler, who now has 5 hits in 6 games, and he is aboard for Emery. Be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, I believe, is the reason why Josh Wilbanks is running for Josh Engler. It's an Ozark team with 3 Joshes on the roster, by the way. Thanks for doing that, Austin Kendrick. Joe Emery looks at a pitch outside, ball 1. So yeah, with Wilbanks coming on, that means the Mountain Ducks have gone ahead and designated Engler for the pitcher's spot. So he's going to come on in the 5th. This is a passed ball, got away from the catcher Jared Fox and allows Wilbanks to move up. And now the Mountain Ducks, with nobody out, have got the game-tying run just 90 feet away. Josh Wilbanks talks to the third base coach, Clay Odell, for Ozark. He's going to tell Josh what he tells me every time he's up here, which is be equidistant. Look at how far away the third baseman, Trey Turner, is standing from the bag. That's where you've got to be. Emery slices one in the air into right. That's going to get down. A Texas leaguer for Emery. Mountain Ducks score. It is 3-3, an RBI double for Joe. And we've got ourselves a brand new ball game. A little Texas leaguer just above the first baseman's head, but too shallow for the right fielder or the second baseman to have a chance. And just like that, we are tied. Creed Smiley already has an RBI in this one. That came in a single in the third. And now the Branson Showmen, Jacob Carlson, going over to make a mound visit, a Burrell Behavioral Health mound visit for Cooper Keesling. Just the battery this time. And again, pat on the back and a let's go closes out that mound visit. Creed Smiley, meanwhile, talking to third base coach Clay Odell, giving him some wisdom. So now here we go. Nobody out. Runner on second. 3-3 is the score. Keesling is in deep waters. This is much farther into an outing than he's ever gone before, but up to now he's absolutely answered the challenge and then some for the Showman. Pitch to Smiley, swung on and lifted. That's going to stay on the infield. Fitzpatrick calls off Phelps and makes the catch for the out. One away. So Tony Lewis has walked and been hit by a pitch today. So nothing for nothing. He remains 5 for 17 on the season. But he sure has helped his on-base percentage today. Both his third walk and his third doink. And Keesling misses way up high. Looks like the curveball took off and out of his hand sooner than he wanted. Swing and a miss there. Tony with a daddy hack. He was way out in front of a Keesling slider. Well, the sun went behind a cloud for a second. So now we're kind of dealing with some overcast conditions. And now, also I can tell you folks, our chance of rain diminishing a little. I like it. I like what I'm seeing out of this forecast. It's looking better. Let's keep it that way. Swing and a miss by Lewis at a 56-mile-per-hour cement mixer. Evens the count 2-2. They're playing Lewis to pull deep. Keesling rocks and deals. Tony pulls this one. It is down the right field line, tailing. That will get in front of the right fielder. Mountain Ducks will send it. Emery scores. It is 4-3. Tony Lewis gives Ozark its first lead of the day. RBI base hit to right. Sat back after swinging out in front of a couple of breaking pitches. And then he set up and belted one. The Showman manager, Jacob Carlson, is jogging in, and that is likely going to chase Cooper Keesling. So a Henry's towing pitching change coming up for the Showman. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jacob Carlson perhaps is going to the pen. We will wait and see what they do. We'll step aside very quickly for 30 seconds, come back and diagnose what's what on the other side of a timeout.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, when you see those colorful shoes, those custom Nikes with various pieces of fruit emblazoned all over the sides, a distinctive white and green motif, that can only mean one thing. It is fruit snack time. Justin Loudon on for this Henry's Towing pitching change for the Branson Showmen. Those one-of-a-kind shoes. He has a north shoe and a south shoe, each one bearing the names of 3 Grip and Rip Baseball League teams, and they're sorted by division. So if you need to remember how the league is aligned, just look at Justin Loudon's shoes. He's got the Mountain Ducks, Suckers, and Showmen on one shoe, with the Metropolitans, Mavericks, and Locos on the other. Justin Loudon out of St. Louis Community College, Merrimack, sponsored by the Twin Crescent Drive-In in Buffalo, Missouri. He is from Lebanon, where he works for Tracker Marine Group, but that's not all. He has a second job doing security at some rather significantly large nightclubs in Lake Ozark, Missouri. If that's not enough, we also put him to work up here on the broadcast crew from time to time. Matter of fact, he will have the call with me for our 3 o'clock game between the Locos and the Mavericks today. But right now, it is all business. Fruit Snacks Loudon in 2025, 9 innings. He's allowed 6 earned runs on 6 hits, struck out 3, walked 10. That has been a pain point, along with 3 hit batsmen. So it's a 6.00 ERA. Last time out, Justin Loudon gave up 3 runs in 2 innings against the Mountain Ducks back on August 9th. So with all that in mind, he is on in a pressure situation with the Showmen trailing now by a run. Their first deficit of the afternoon, and the batter is Austin Kendrick. Justin Loudon starts him out high and tight, ball 1. We're going to watch first pitch strike percentage for Loudon as well today as the outing goes. But he is on in the 5th. That means he can throw the 5th, 6th, and 7th before the Showman will have to go to the pen again. Loudon missed low, and it's 2-0. So Justin Loudon also has the distinction of sharing a record with GRBL legend Daniel England. He has been on the championship winning team for each of the last 4 consecutive seasons, dating back to 2021, where he was a corner infielder and a pitcher for the Moon City Mavericks. Then he won a title as a member of the Springfield Metropolitans back-to-back 2022 and 2023. And then he was part of a Branson Showmen team that won the title, sweeping its way 3 consecutive playoff victories, including a 2-1 thriller over the Nixa Suckers to get it done in October in 2024. Kendrick swings powerfully. Just got a piece, and it is now even 2-2. So Loudon has battled back after starting Kendrick 2-0. Keesling's day is done. Only 2 of the 4 runs he allowed were earned, as Kendrick got out of the way of an inside pitch, and the count is now full. And the runner on first, Tony Lewis, also belongs to Keesling. Loudon throws the payoff pitch to Kendrick. Missed down. Body language shows Justin Loudon thought he had him. Instead, Kendrick takes. And he takes the walk. First and second, the batter is Cole Rourke. And Cole, sponsored by Triumph Sports in Licking, Missouri. Native of Torrington, Wyoming, moved around approximately 16 times as a child, he told me, before he ended up in Rolla, Missouri, where he had a stellar high school baseball career with the Rolla Bulldogs. including a win of the Ozark Conference Pitcher of the Year Award in 2012. 1-0 from Loudon is down, and just as he did the first batter he faced, Loudon will have to battle back from a 2-0 deficit. Lewis, the Ozark runner at first, or at second. Kendrick, the Ozark runner at first. First pitch strike inside. So now it's 2-1. Rourke rips one. Might have broken his bat, but it's a base hit into center field. Runners will have to stop as a great throw came in from Jacob Carlson, cut off by the third baseman Turner. But Jacob Carlson prevents a run from scoring for the moment at least, but a nice piece by Cole Rourke, who is now in the hit column for the first time in 2025. 1 run game, 1 out, and the bases are chucked for Ben Hammett. Hammett 0 for 1 today with a walk. Sacrifice fly would even do nicely here. Ben Hammett, one of 3 grip and rip players in this league's 10-year history to have played all 9 positions in a single game. Swings and lifts one. That's not going to get out of the infield. It's going to be handled by the Branson shortstop, Carter Rennie. No chance for the runners to go anywhere. To the top of the lineup go the Ducks. Brett Gallion. Last gasp this inning. Bases loaded, 2 out. He is 2 for 3 today. Both of his hits singles. So Gallion now 6 for 14. Looked at a called Steerike there. Inside miss for number 17, Justin Loudon. Gallion pulls one, foul, third base side. Turner there to touch up. Taking a look, the left fielder Chris Leggett is in shallow and over. They're giving Gallion a pretty good gap. Left center field. Now that's between Leggett and Carlson. That's also the fastest part of this Branson defense. So Chris may be also banking on Rennie being able to range back. The 1-2 swung on and pulled. Turner looking for it. No play as he muffed it. Lewis scores. It is 5-3. Ozark. And E5 is the charge. That went up pretty quickly. So 5-3 the score. Mountain Ducks lead by 2 and the inning continues. So Lewis was Kiesling's runner. However, doesn't matter on an error. So 2 away. First pitch to Simpson is inside. Runner at third for the Mountain Ducks is Kendrick. Rourke, the runner at second. Gallion at first. Fielder's a little more straight away this time. Pretty standard depth from the infielders as Simpson grounds one. Turner running in. He'll have to hurry. Oh no, and the ejecto mitt strikes again. It is now 6-3 for the Mountain Ducks. A 3-run ball game the other way. Ozark scoring 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and now 4. And counting in the 5th. The batter is Josh Scribner. He will be the 10th Ozark batter of the inning. 6-3 is our score, Ozark. Having a big one here in the 5th. The batter is Josh Scribner. 1 for 2 with a walk today. Woo! A big cut, thinking maybe strike one was going to be his best chance to give one a ride. Looked like that caught a bit of the catcher Jared Fox's face mask on its way back. But Foxy's all right. Bases chucked, 2 out. 77-mile-per-hour slider low from Fruit Snacks. Back even 1-1. Bouncer, good block by Fox to keep that in front. No harm done. Mountain Ducks with some speed on the bases right now. Rourke at 3rd, Gallion at 2nd, and Simpson leading off of 1st. I'd say the most aggressive runner of that bunch looking to be Gallion. He's taking a pretty good lead, and Loudon, for the moment, safe to pay him no mind. Deuces up for Scribner here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See if they go back to the slider or try the fastball this time. That was a curve. It is chopped. The second baseman, Fitzpatrick, fires over in time, and Branson gets out of the inning on a nice play by Jordan Fitzpatrick. But the Mountain Ducks bat around. They score 4 runs in the 5th. RBI base hits for Joe Emery and Tony Lewis, and a couple more runs come in by way of mistakes by the Branson Showmen. So 6-3 is our score. We're in the middle of the 5th, back with more Grip and Rip baseball and another check of the weather on the other side of this timeout.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible. Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
As we warned you about, it's a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They go to the right-hander from Mount Vernon, Missouri. He's sponsored by Offen Petroleum, Josh Engler. In 11 innings in 2025, he has allowed 7 hits and 3 earned runs. 9 strikeouts, 6 walks, and a hit batsman for a 5.73 ERA. The last time he faced the Branson Showmen, Engler pitched 1 very uneventful inning. The last time he went 5 innings was last Sunday, September the 14th, against the Nixa Suckers. He allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, struck out 3, and walked 4. Suckers loaded the bases in the top of the 9th, but Engler got a ground out to get out of the inning and get out of the game with a 7-6 Ozark victory. Engler's first pitch to Jacob Carlson is an 84-mile-per-hour fastball, swung on, fouled back. So the Josh Engler blend, mainly fastballs and sliders. It's a little bit of a misnomer as he has a couple different variants of the slider. One is pretty quick, one is a little bit of a slower hook, but has more lateral movement than a curveball. And he's also got a changeup. That one usually stays in the bag until he's a little bit deeper into an outing. He's ahead here, 0-2 on Jacob Carlson. Engler is the single game and single season record holder for strikeouts in the Grip and Rip. Correspondingly, Ozark has brought Ben Hammett on to play right field. That actually happened an inning ago when Engler was warming in the pen, but other than that, the Mountain Ducks are as they started the game. Still Smiley behind the plate, Kendrick at first, Simpson at shortstop with Lewis at third, Scribner is the left fielder, and Emery is in center. 1-2 to Jacob Carlson. Engler missed with a slider away. So we are back even to the Branson player manager. Got him on strikes there, and nothing fancy. That was heat, 86 miles per hour. Down on strikes goes Carlson. Fails to reach for the first time today. And believe it or not, folks, that is the first time all season long that Jacob Carlson has struck out in 22 plate appearances. So a very impressive streak meets its demise at the hands of Josh Engler. Stepping into the left-handed batter's box for the Showmen will be the second baseman, Jordan Fitzpatrick. Engler runs a slider in for a strike. Both of these men with experience at Missouri Southern State University, though their respective times in Joplin did not overlap. Fitzpatrick swings, fouls one back, and he falls behind 0-2. 50-cent Bank of Missouri foul ball for the youngster who took off after it. Bank of Missouri, live well, bank well. Nothing and 2 to Fitzpatrick. Swung on and lifted. Drifting back is the third baseman, Lewis. Rear end over tea kettle he goes, but he hung on to make the out. Tony Lewis, the Ozark third baseman, hanging on. Yeah, holy cow is right. PA announcer Daniel Davis having a little bit of fun there. Well, here's Trey Turner. He is 2 for 2 with a double and a home run today, as Engler is, I'm sure, well aware. That may not stop Josh from deciding he just wants to go at him here. Yes, he does. 86 miles per hour for a strike. Turner turned back to say something to the plate umpire, Ed Browning, there. You can do a little of that. You can't do a lot of that. Turner drives one toward the gap in left center. That's going to be extra bases for Trey Turner for the third time today. Home run, double, double. Go on, son. Have yourself one. At some point, they're going to stop pitching to him, but for the moment, Trey Turner now 7 hits in 6 games. 4 out of 7 are extra base hits, and 2 of them are bombs. Batter will be David Edwards. A little bit of a delay as Turner gives up his elbow guard to GRBL veteran King Owens over there coaching third base. King, the only member of the GRBL's original 60 players on this Branson roster. May see him get some time on the mound before the day is done. Offering to David Edwards is outside. So Edwards is now 11 of 23 on the season. Just monstrous. Leading the league in hits and RBIs is David Edwards. He's up here 2-0. And after Engler watched Turner absolutely belt one, now velocity's dialed up, but seems reluctant to go inside on Edwards. Swinging a chopper, 1 hop, 2 hop to the shortstop. Simpson had to wait back, but credit Trey Simpson for making a nice adjustment there, and then his throw was right on the money. The Ozark shortstop gets the out, and they get Josh Engler out of the inning. Got a strikeout, and he faced 1 above minimum, protecting a 6-3 lead for the Mountain Ducks back with the 6th inning. Right after this word,
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Number 6 about to get going here. Justin Loudon back out for the Branson Showmen. They conceded 4 runs rather, in the 5th. And believe it or not, none of those were earned. So ERA looking good, ball game not so much. If you're cheering for the Purple Gang, they are down 6-3. Josh Engler comes up. He is 1 for 3 on the day, hit a double last time up. Continue to keep an eye on the weather chart. Right now, 83, and it is humid. Feels like 88 down on the field. Little greenhouse effect from all the clouds, and there are some clouds most certainly off to our north, but the good news is it looks like most of the precipitation that the meteorologists are calling for and that the models are showing is missing us here at Meadow Park to the north. So we'll continue to see steady cloud cover. The humidity will rise. The barometer, however, slowing its descent. Here's a grounder to the shortstop. And that is Jordan Fitzpatrick playing short. The Showmen have brought on Michael Doman to play second base. They've got King Owens in right, and Houston Freeman has moved over to left field. Tyler Rusk has also entered the ball game at first base. He's been the club's starter there every game up to now. I suspect there's nothing wrong with Rusk, and that was a move just to get Dustin Phelps some reps, get him a start. Still Trey Turner over there at third. Batter is Joe Emery. Swings and puts one in the air to center. It's tailing down, and that will bloop in for a base hit. Joe Emery with his second hit of the day. It's very nicely done. As now he is on for Creed Smiley, and Creed 1 for 3 with an RBI today. If you watch the weather on TV and you wonder why the meteorologists talk about the level in the barometer, that is because a rapid descension of the mercury is usually a pretty good indicator that rain is coming. So right now we're down to 29.93. It was 29.99 inches right around the time of first pitch back at 12:03. So the barometer has been falling, but the descent is slowing, which bodes well for us getting all 3 games of this triple-header in without incident today. Check throw from Loudon to Rusk got away from Tyler Rusk, which will allow Joe Emery to move up and advance to second base. Now that I'm done mansplaining the weather, I'll just knock it off. We're going to finish out this ball game, and we're going to have a good one coming up next at 3 o'clock. The Moon City Mavericks take on the Republic Locos. Tonight on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, it's the Nixa Suckers and the Springfield Metropolitans. So Smiley, sponsored by Air Services from Republic, Missouri. He's also an instructor working with catchers, both youth baseball and fast-pitch softball players at the DBAT training facility in Nixa. Looked at a called strike there. So 2-1 to Smiley. Usually brings a pretty good sized cheering section. His wife Caitlin and son Bentley have raised thousands of dollars for the Children's Heart Foundation, benefiting children who live with congenital heart disease. 3-1 to Creed. Ooh, Loudon. Little front door slider pulls the count full. It was a nice pitch. And the payoff is swung on. It is playable for the Branson third baseman Trey Turner in front of his own dugout. He makes the catch. And that foul out puts 2 outs on the board. But this is the guy the Ozark Mountain Ducks want up, Tony Lewis. 1 for 1 with an RBI. He has also drawn a walk and been hit by a pitch today, so great day for the Godfather, great day for his on-base percentage at the same time. He's now 6 for 18, so the average has pulled to 333. Breaking pitch without enough break, misses outside. The 1-0 to Lewis, no. Looked like they tried the same thing and got the same result. Just an underthrown breaking pitch, missing away to the left-hander. 2-0. That was a two-seamer over the down and away corner. 2-1 on a swing and miss. Now we're 3-1, so they're going out, 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 everything away to Tony Lewis. Trying not to give him anything he can turn on, I guess. They went away again, and Lewis lines one to the shortstop, and Fitzpatrick, who had been holding the runner, was in excellent position to just make that catch and get the outs. So the Showmen keep the margin at 3. 6-3 is our score. Mountain Ducks lead. Back right after this.
Now I have all my HVAC has been upgraded. Everything's working smoothly. You know, again, that's why I use All Clear. I'm Bruce Porter. I own a company here in town called the Resource Center. We do insurance and financial stuff. So I'm not a plumber. We're busy. We have a really good staff. Just like Garen and his team, you know, we try to make a difference in the world. The last thing I want to do is be having to close my business because my plumbing doesn't work. When you use other companies, sometimes you'll get an accurate quote, and sometimes they'll have to come out more than once. And then it seems like you're always paying for this, that, or the other. So when you have somebody you can trust that's going to take care of your units or fix your plumbing when it's down, that's why I use them, because I can call them and they'll fix it. And I never have to worry about pricing. I never have to worry about what if I need them to come back. They've always been willing to come right back out and make sure it's right. We called All Clear, and I'm glad we did.
Second half of the batting order coming up this inning for the Branson Showmen. It'll be Jared Fox, followed by Dustin Phelps, or check that, it'll be Tyler Rusk. And then Houston Freeman. Cooper Keesling spot in the order would come up if anyone reaches. Jared Fox loops one. It is not in the glove of the third baseman Tony Lewis, who is charged the error. And Jared Fox is on. Put a potential game-tying run in the on-deck circle. Just like that. The batter is Tyler Rusk. Third-year GRBLer from Sedalia, Missouri. Went to Cole Camp High School. Spent some time at Crowder College. And then Central Methodist University, but was out of baseball from 2017 to 2023 when he showed up at a GRBL open workout. And right away it was pretty evident Tyler Rusk is a good contact hitter. This one's going to be trouble. A double play ball, and the Mountain Ducks turn it. Simpson to Gallion to Kendrick. A 6-4-3 double play. So they can forget about the mistake that started the inning. It's now 2 gone. The batter for the Showmen is Houston Freeman. From Lebanon High School in Lebanon, Missouri, now resides in Republic. Attended a GRBL tryout several seasons ago. He did not get drafted. Dedicated himself to physical fitness and lost 100 pounds of body weight. Came back in, I mean, you can see it. Houston Freeman built like an athlete. So tried out again in 2025. Made a roster selected by the Branson Showmen. And Houston, one of those guys You know, a lot of players make social media posts about, you know, how they relish the opportunity, and they do. That's very genuine. But with Houston, you can tell just the enthusiasm for the game. Love of baseball is very pure, and he's just really jumped in to the GRBL experience with both feet, gotten to know his teammates. He's turning into a pretty good contributor. Not that time, as he goes down at the hands of a 68-mile-per-hour breaking pitch by Josh Engler. He's got 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. And Engler doing exactly what the Mountain Ducks need as they shake off some early troubles. They lead this thing 6-3. We're in the middle of the 6th. Or check that. We're getting ready for the top of the stretch inning. My mistake. That just flew right by. We're back with more in a moment.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Back out on the mound, getting loose for the Branson Showmen. Not sure what's going on in terms of interleague relations there. Loudon walked over and said something to some of the guys for the Mountain Ducks who are getting ready to hit. Hard telling what that could have been. But Justin Loudon, win, lose, or draw. He's kind of one of those guys who is not afraid to have a dialogue running with anyone and everyone who might be involved in the ball game. Jared Fox throws down after Loudon's final warm-up pitch. It'll be a pinch hitter to get us going for the Mountain Ducks here in the stretch inning. This is Douglasville, Texas native Josh Wilbanks batting in the stead of Austin Kendrick, the first baseman. Josh Wilbanks, the barber and the veteran of the United States Marine Corps, hops in. Douglasville, Texas, in case you wondered, population 211, but Wilbanks now lives in Reeds Spring, Missouri. Multiple Reeds, one Spring. Population 1,136. First offering from Loudon is inside, and these guys have some history. They were teammates with the Metropolitans in 2023 and with the Showmen in 24. Two-hopper to the third baseman. Trey Turner fires to Rusk in time, and they get Wilbanks by a step. So Cole Rourke, this is the most plate action he has seen in recent memory. Third plate appearance today. Came into the day 0 for 6 with 2 RBIs, 2 sacked flies, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. He has since tacked on another strikeout and then a single out to center field his last time up. So he has shed the collar, is officially in the hit column. A very, very open right-handed batting stance, very peculiar as he steps in and loads up to square on the ball. Pulled that one sharply foul. It's now 1-1. We're going to take a minute as plate umpire Ed Browning wanted a few more baseballs. He's got what he wanted. Loudon back up on the rubber. Comes set for the 1-1 and deals, breaking ball in. Rourke, he likes to take a little time between pitches, and Justin Loudon does too, although in Cole's case it might be to try to make Justin Loudon think a little bit. 3 balls and a strike now. No batting gloves for Cole Rourke as he draws the walk. Didn't need him. He is aboard for the second time today, and he's on for Ben Hammett. So Hammett has popped out and flown out. He also drew a walk back in the 2nd inning off of Cooper Keesling. This is his second look at Justin Loudon today. Hammett from Rose Hill, Kansas. Just because I know somebody will ask, what's the population of Rose Hill, Kansas? 4,185. Not a big place, but bigger than some. 2-0 for Hammett. Loudon's been missing a lot of things on the inner half to righties, correspondingly on the outer half to lefties. You can't accuse him of inconsistency. Hammett might have broken the bat. A slow roller. Turner's throw in time. They scope down Ben Hammett. It does advance the runner Rourke to second. So the Ducks, with a man in position to extend a 3-run lead. But a nice job by Turner. There was not a lot on that one as it sort of just rolled lazily in the direction of the shortstop. He did not have time to think about a throw, just had to do it. And he did. So Brett Gallion 2 for 4. A couple of singles today. Swung on and missed at a Loudon slider. So Gallion now with 6 hits in 6 games. He is 6 for 16 on the campaign. Matching pretty typical pace. Down 0-2. That's what Brett Gallion gives you. That's why Austin Kendrick likes to draft him. He knows what he's going to get. This is the 3rd time in Gallion's career that he has been on an Austin Kendrick-led roster. He's pretty reliable. This is popped. 3rd baseman Trey Turner just a few feet inside the foul line. Makes the snag and hangs on for out number 3. It is stretch time, and in the Grip and Rip Baseball League, the 7th inning stretch is sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
I need to change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible. Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health. In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
For the Branson Showmen is Justin Loudon. They trail the Ozark Mountain Ducks 6-3 on the downside of the 7th inning stretch. First pitch he sees from Josh Engler, a slider at 81 miles per hour. More of a sweeper, I guess, as the kids are calling it these days. That had most definite lateral movement going away from Loudon, or left to right from our vantage point here behind home plate. So Loudon, this is his first plate appearance, hitting in the pitcher's spot in the order, the 8th spot. Showmen have pinch hitter in the on-deck circle as well. That's King Owens, who's come on as a defensive sub. So he will hit for Rennie. And then we'll wait and see what they do with the 10 spot. That's Chris Leggett's position. Josh Engler thus far has faced one batter above minimum. 0-2. Swing and a foul ball. Fruit Snacks just stays in. So it's high octane Engler against Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon. One could argue they're both in the business of fueling. They just do it a little differently. Swing and a miss. There's that sweeper again. Loudon down on strikes. That's now 3 for Josh Engler in his 3rd inning of work. And the batter is King Owens. And yes, another sub in the on-deck circle, Michael Doman, the Showman. But for the moment, we'll talk about King Owens. Sponsored by TRLGetaways.com. Two-hopper to the third baseman. Lewis fires across right on the button to his first baseman, Austin Kendrick, for the out. It has been a tough day for third baseman Trey Turner and Tony Lewis, but Tony made the play there. Doman, the Showman, stands in from Miami of Ohio, Middletown. Doman 6 for 9 with 4 runs scored. He has stolen 4 bases. He has walked twice. Making the most of the opportunity and then some is this kid from Westchester Township, just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, where he went to Lakota West High School. Down 0-2 after that foul ball, and then Engler swept him away, 84 miles per hour. Doman down on strikes. Engler has a 3-up, 3-down inning. And we go to the 8th with the score. Ozark Mountain Ducks 6, Branson Showmen 3.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Branson Showmen as Justin Loudon is out of eligibility. They've got to make a move, and so they call upon the only member of the GRBL's original 60 on the Branson roster, His Royal Highness King Owens, sponsored by TRLGetaways.com. He is a rental property manager, the owner of a landscape company, a licensed realtor, and a fireworks dealer. He's probably got a couple of other jobs thrown into the blend somewhere that I don't even know about, but King Owens, one of the hardest working players in the GRBL, both on and off the field. On September 14th, last week, against the Republic Locos, he pitched one scoreless inning, allowed one hit, struck out two, bringing his career total to 94. Got roughed up in his only other pitching appearance of 2025, an inning and 2/3, 5 earned on 4 hits with a walk and a hit batsman. He threw 55 pitches and 26 strikes. But for the career, King Owens has thrown well over 100 innings. He's closing in on 100 strikeouts. He's just one of the most versatile players, and also just one of the most willing contributors in big game situations. So here he goes, facing Trey Simpson to get us going in the 8th. It'll be Simpson, Scribner, and Engler this inning for the Mountain Ducks. So 2 out of the 3 Joshes on the Ozark roster will be seen in just a few moments. Owens started Simpson off 1-0, now pulls even 1-1. So everything with Owens is off the 2-seam grip. He mixes fastballs and sliders predominantly, does have a curve in there as well. And we just saw it there at 59 miles per hour, 12.6, missing in, so it's 2-1. But the other hallmark of a King Owens pitching performance is that he likes to work quickly. Not a lot of time elapsing between pitches. He's told me that's something that's always been part of his game, but he's really tried to use that to his advantage as he ages. He says, I'm not going to top out at 90 miles per hour anymore, but one thing I can do is try to make the batter uncomfortable. Just never really letting them get settled in the box. Simpson steps out after looking at strike 2, and we're full up 3-2. Owens quickly back on the rubber. You see it. He's ready to throw again. Payoff pitch. Broke over the plate. Got under Owens' glove, but it is to the second baseman, Jordan Fitzpatrick, who's able to get the ball to Rusk for out number 1. So that is King Owens' cousin, Jordan Fitzpatrick, by the way. It's the first time these two have been teammates, and I know Jordan and King are both enjoying that part of their GRBL experience here in 2025. Showmen have moved Michael Doman to left field. Scribner showed bunt and then pulled it back. Leggett is in center, and Freeman is in right, Houston Freeman. Infield left to right is Turner, Rennie, Fitzpatrick, and Rusk. Still Jared Fox behind the plate. Owens throws a breaking pitch, 71 mile per hour. Slower slider to Scribner, who watched it go by, and we're even 1-1. That was a curve. That was was swung on and fouled off. And the other thing about King with the two-seam, I asked him once, I was trying to talk pitch grips with him. I said, hey, show me how you hold your two-seam. And he said, well, I start like this. If I throw one and I don't like it, I switch to this. If that doesn't work, I do this. So there's he's just basically making up two-seam grips as he goes through the game. He's always manipulating the stitches on the baseball to try to squeeze a little bit more command. It's like the equivalent of, it's the baseball equivalent of a jazz musician is the best analogy I can construct for you. 2-2 to Scribner. Breaking ball. One hop and it will get under the shortstop's glove and into center. So Josh Scribner continuing to have a nice day. That is his second hit, a single into center. Gets the Mountain Ducks going here with one out. Batter is the pitcher, Josh Engler, who is 1 for 4 with a double. Engler crowds in, stands tall in the box. Breaking ball, he reached out, this is lifted into left, back goes Doman, and he makes the catch right in front of a fast-moving Chris Leggett. Well, Doman the Showman took an interesting route to the baseball, but all's well that ends well as he hangs on for the out. A couple of GRBL veterans set to lock horns here. Joe Emery, who is 2 for 3 today with a double, an RBI, and a walk, up against King Owens, who has been in this league from day one. Owens misses outside with a slider. Breaking ball swung on and flared, tailing foul, right side. Actually caught by somebody from the Moon City Mavericks who's down there warming up. There's a large warm-up space sort of beyond the bullpen on that first base side. Whoa! Way up and way in. Make it 2-1. Emery trying to lock in against Owens. That's high and tight. So up and in, up and in. Owens not wanting to go away against the Ozark center fielder Joe Emery here. That time he went down and he walked him. So Emery aboard safely for the fifth time today. He actually reached on an error in the fifth. So have yourself a day, Joe Emery. First and second for the Ducks with 2 outs. The batter is the catcher, Smiley. 1 for 4 with an RBI single, sponsored by Air Services. Smiley now with 6 hits in 6 games. Hitting at .353. Looked at a called strike there. Big 5th inning for the Mountain Ducks, in which they plated 4 on a couple of hits and a couple of errors by the Showmen. Telling the story in this one, Branson, without the pitching services of Trey Turner, looking like a slightly different ball club. It has definitely affected the team's defensive approach. Owens tried a breaking pitch that just had no drop. 3-1. So Branson came into this thing 4-1. The Mountain Ducks were 3-2. So a win for Ozark would put both teams at 4-2, and it would give the Mountain Ducks outright head-to-head criteria over the Showmen. That is popped up. Jordan Fitzpatrick, the second baseman, settles under it and he makes the catch. So Owens and the Showmen get out of the inning unscathed, but they trail the Ozark Mountain Ducks 6-3. The bottom of the eighth is coming at you right after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Opportunity knocks for the Branson Showmen in the eighth. Top of the order due up here. So Carlson, Fitzpatrick, and Turner, David Edwards. If anyone reaches down by 3, they don't have to get them all back. But for Jacob Carlson's club, getting something back right here, right now is likely going to be about the only way this Showman club will have a chance. Ozark on the arm of Josh Engler, trying to get 6 more outs and go home today with first place positioning in the GRBL South Division. A lot to play for here. And a lot to play for coming up at 3. Same situation as the 4-1 Moon City Mavericks have a GRBL North Division date with the Republic Locos. Carlson reaches out and takes one the other way down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. 2, maybe 3 if he can hurry. He's going to stop and take the stand-up double. But an excellent start for the Branson Showmen, trailing 6-3. Jacob Carlson, second extra base hit of the game for him. His 11th hit of the season. And he is in scoring position for Jordan Fitzpatrick. And Fitz, 1 for 3 with an RBI double today, back in a big 3-run first inning for the Showmen. He is now 6 for 19 after going 7 for 11 as a rookie with the Nixa Suckers. Jordan Fitzpatrick had 582 college at-bats. Most of those were at D2 Missouri Southern State. He had 171 base hits in his college career. Swung and missed at an 80-mile-per-hour Josh Engler two-seam pitch there. Ball and a strike for Fitzpatrick. Mountain Ducks playing him to pull into right field. And he does pull it down the right field line, but that's foul. Interesting move. Really, with both teams, the Republic Locos and the Moon City Mavericks, who are the next game in this triple hitter, Moon City is going to start Tyler Abma in lieu of their usual starter A.J. Musser. 1-2, swung on, fouled back. Locos are going to start Ryan Cram, who did not pitch last week but made starts in the 2 previous games. One ball, 2 strikes to Fitzpatrick. Hot liner out into center field it goes. Carlson rounds third. Emery comes home. They cut the throw, but Carlson stays put at third base. Nice piece of hitting by Jordan Fitzpatrick. Swinging and driving that up the middle. He's now 2 for 4. And Josh Engler's reward is going to be to face a guy who is 3 for 3 with 3 extra base hits, a home run and 2 doubles. That's Trey Turner. Branson, third baseman out of Neosho, Missouri. He is now 7 for 18 for the campaign. Trickler up the middle. Gallion, the second baseman, with it, steps on the bag. They get 1 out and 1 run scores. So it is now 6 to 4. Branson cuts the deficit to 2. Gives up and out. And Ozark, it's a tough one. Engler frustrated not to pick that ball as it was hit back to him. Brett Gallion did well to stop that ball from getting past the bag at second base, and by the time he found the handle, the move was just put a foot on second base, and he was down on one knee, so opted not to risk a throw that would go errant and put a man into scoring position. So it's 1 on Turner. 1 out. The batter is Edwards, who looked at a slider for a called strike. David Edwards 1 for 3 on the day with a single. So 11 for 24 for 2025. 2 hits shy, or 3 hits shy rather, of his best, which was 2023, in which he hit .519, going 14 of 27 with the Mountain Ducks. But it's a career year in terms of RBIs already for David Edwards, and we're in week 6. He's got 10. And with 11 hits, he and Jacob Carlson are tied for the league lead. 2-1, Engler from the belt. Tried the sweeper again. It's outside, 3-1. Edwards out of James Madison University. Originally from Ocala, Florida. Turner goes, the pitch is inside, and Edwards walks. So with 1 away, a game-tying run is now on first base. It's represented by David Edwards, and Jared Fox represents the go-ahead. Mountain Ducks manager Austin Kendrick making a Burrell Behavioral Health mound visit very quickly, talking to his hurler Josh Engler. Nobody up in the Ozark pen. I would think if anybody comes on to pitch for Ozark in relief, it's going to be a player who is already on the field. You're looking at either Tony Lewis at third base or Ben Hammett, the right fielder. Time is called, and Fox looked like he had an insect fly into his face. I think that's the story he's going with. Josh Engler having a little fun and some gamesmanship with his former teammate and catcher. Now comes home. And missing outside to righties. Looks like maybe just overthrowing the ball a touch, trying to sling the ball to get it to move laterally across the plate. They'll try a check throw, but Trey Turner dove back in time. Engler exhales, now comes home. Fastball for a strike on the inside corner. 1-1. Not sure why Fox stepped out there, but did. Breaking ball misses up and out of the zone. It's 2 balls and a strike. 6-4, 20 hits in this game. The teams have also combined for 9 errors. It's not been a beautiful one today for either side. Ozark trying to hang on and survive. The Showmen trying to keep a hot streak going, having won their last 3. Fox chased, and down on strikes he goes. 5 strikeouts in the game for Big Josh. Batter's going to be Tyler Rusk for the Showmen. Engler's career total now at 178. Just one of 4 grip and rip pitchers to eclipse 150 career strikeouts. We like to celebrate the century marks here, so he's one of 10 now who have eclipsed 100. He was, at one time, the fastest pitcher to ever reach 100 strikeouts. That has since been eclipsed by Trey Turner. But Josh still the single game record holder for K's with 13, and the single season record holder with 69. That happened over the course of 9 games during his time with the Republic Locos, a season in which he won the MVP award in 2021. Nothing in 2 to Rusk. Now Engler faked a throwback, and that got Turner back to second base. So runners should go here with 2 strikes, and yes they do. Rusk flares it. It's into right field. Turner's going to come round, and it is now a 1-run ball game. 6-5 RBI base hit for Tyler Rusk. Doing just enough. Flaring that hard thrown slider the other way into right field. And it is now a 1-run ball game. Houston Freeman swings and chops this one back. Josh Engler. Underhand toss to the first baseman Kendrick to get off the field. A 1-3, but the Showmen do some damage. 2 runs score, including an RBI base hit off the bat of Tyler Rusk. It's a 1-run ball game. 6-5. Mountain Ducks lead. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball in just a moment. I'd like to say a big thank you to our title sponsor, Henry's Towing, and to our friends at Central Bank of the Ozarks for helping to make Grip and Rip Baseball League possible through our streaming coverage all season long. Central Bank Company, strong roots, endless possibilities. A handshake line, and this one has hit the time limit. Is that what we're getting? It is a time limit call. Okay. So never mind, we will not go to the 9th. That's going to be the ball game right there. Ozark Mountain Ducks hang on and win this thing 6-5. Well, well, well. Our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Yeah, why not? Let's rock with it. He was 2 for 3 on the day with a double and an RBI and a couple of walks for good measure. Joe Emery, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Joe Emery, the Ozark Mountain Ducks center fielder. We will give it to him. Certainly honorable mentions go out to Josh Engler and to Cole Rourke. Engler pitching 4 innings for the Mountain Ducks, and Cole Rourke came on, wasn't even sure he was going to pitch today, and he threw 3 scoreless innings. Also got a base hit, so Mountain Ducks win this thing 6-5, hitting the time limit. But it is a win, and that will have significant implications on the GRBL playoff standings. We'll talk about all of that and more with some GRBL postgame coverage on the other side of this break. We are back with more in just a moment.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back with you live at Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park, where the Ozark Mountain Ducks are winners 6-5. They survive the Branson Showmen. Pleased to be joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game, Ozark center fielder Joe Emery. And Joe, you just looked at me and smiled and said that was a fun one.
It was.
How so?
It was.
What was fun about that?
Well, you know, they got out on us early. They were absolutely hitting the baseball. Unbelievable. I mean, I think every ball they hit through the first 2-3 innings was off a barrel, really hard. And that's nothing to say about how bad, you know, Brian pitched great. He was in the strike zone. They just hit us, man. And then we got to claw back, and then we make it a little interesting there in the final innings. And man, oh man, why else are we out here, you know?
So you guys do get the win. You improve to 4-2. You knock the Showmen back to 4-2, and you've got 2 wins over Branson. So that means you've got them head to head. You're now in first place. You know, you're a student of the game. You're a bit of a numbers guy with that Truman State degree. So, I mean, do you get excited? Do you like to dive in and pick apart the standings this time of year?
You know, I don't know if we really do that so much as we just like to come out and kind of take it week by week, and then, you know, when the season wraps up, you get to look around and be like, man, we played some pretty good ball, and it showed. So you never know. Maybe we'll get to earn that bye and get to watch these guys fight for a little bit while we take a little break. You never know.
You snapped a team out of a 3-game winning streak by knocking them off today, and you guys were banged up, right? You have Cole Rourke, who was questionable. We weren't even sure he was going to pitch today, and he gives you 3 scoreless innings.
Right.
Also without Mason Davis, who's expected to go eat.
Yeah.
What does that say for what this Ozark team is made of to be shorthanded and to go knock off a quality opponent?
And I think that's something that every team worries about a little bit, right? Is where you're going to find outs, where you're going to find innings sometimes, especially when a guy like Cole goes down. I mean, goodness, he was our absolute workhorse. Thank God we got Josh Engler on the back end. He's a workhorse too, so he's been picking us up a little bit. I feel like we just got a great group of dudes. There's just dudes on the team, and we don't really back down. We've been behind the last couple games, and we've tried to scratch back a little bit, and we seem to be kind of a team of big innings too. We had a couple big innings there, a couple big innings here, and it's kind of how we get back into games, it seems.
This is your first time playing with Austin Kendrick. We've heard him talk about, the GRBL. Sometimes wins are built on culture. What is the culture like?
I'll be honest. I think this is my 7th year playing, 6th year playing. And not taking away from any other group of guys I've ever played with. I think this is the best group of guys I've ever played with. I think we have one of the best, baseball IQs out there. You look at half our team; it's head coaches. They're guys that can still play. So I feel like, we just got a bunch of dudes who know what's going on. They're always in the game. We've even had a couple games where energy's been a little low, and we've just been able to stay there with them because the guys we have, just grinders and gamers.
So into first place you guys go. And Joe, just looking back at your own personal history, it's been, 2020 was the last time you were in a final?
That sounds right.
Do I have that right?
And that sounds right.
Do not
Semis
have
a lot, man.
You're one of those guys who's been around for a while, and you have the distinction of not having your name on the bell. What would it mean for you right here, right now, 2025, to change that story?
Man, like I said, I think I'm having the most fun I've had in the league so far. So to cap it off by being able to ring the bell and get it back to AK, that'd be a lot of fun. We'd be having a good time on that Saturday night, brother. We'd be having a good time.
It's one of those things I would just take your word for it and hope I got some good stories out of it later, perhaps. But the championship celebration. I mean, it's always fun to be part of, and I know you're hungry to get back and just have that chance again. So. I'm sure they'd have a great big old party in St. Peters, Missouri, perhaps.
I bet Mom and Dad are watching right now.
Tom would go nuts. Does he have a man cave, or how is
No, they put it. They have a living room, and it's on their 60-inch. They just put the game right there.
Nice. Occasionally,
like they have anything else better to do than watch us play.
Occasionally, I catch a stray from Tom in the chat. So always like to say a big thanks to Tom for tuning in. And I know he's very proud of. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
I know he takes watching you seriously, and he's very proud of when his baby boy competes.
It's pretty cool, man.
It's pretty cool to be part of that, and that's something I genuinely do cherish. The occasional stray insults and all. I do enjoy that part of our job here.
You and me both, man.
Well, Joe, congrats on a big win. We'll see you back here.
Thanks, Rance.
Week 7, you guys will be. You got the high noon game once again against the Nixa Suckers. So we'll see you right back here in 6 days.
Wonderful.
Joe Emery, our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. The Ozark Mountain Ducks win today 6-5, knocking off the Branson Showmen. So both teams are now 4-2, but Ozark winner of both games head-to-head. That means the Mountain Ducks are in first in the GRBL South, and perhaps in danger, as Joe said, of getting a first-round bye in the playoffs in October. Still a lot to be decided, still plenty of intrigue, still a lot of overly complicated playoff procedures left for me to explain to you before the regular season is done. For our director, Seiler Bartleme, my name is Rance Berger. Coming up today at 3, we've got the Moon City Mavericks and the Republic Locos. We'll start up a fresh stream for that one. So until next time, good afternoon from Springfield, Missouri.